The 20 Stories High project, Dark Star Rising, reaches out to young people in Liverpool who may not have had previous access to theatre. Working with artists using hip-hop and mask, the work is rooted in the ideas of the young people, grounding them in theatre skills and taking them on a path that could lead them to becoming professional theatre practitioners. Evaluation is particularly important because it's helping 20 Stories High to develop both its own organisation and the direction of the project.
There's so many young people on the streets as artists who are writing lyrics, who are creating music, who are doing dance steps, who are poets, and that their art forms aren't being developed into theatre, mostly, very rarely, and they're not, and when they are, they're not being seen on the main stage.
We've been going for about 2.5 years now, and from the beginning we thought we want to do a youth theatre, and we saw it as a really important part of our work, and so we launched the youth theatre in January this year. They're a great bunch of young people who have come to us through different avenues. Some of them we met when we went out and did outreach workshops in schools and youth clubs locally. We're working very closely with a company called Urbeats on the project, so they put quite a lot of the young people in touch with us.
As a sort of policy for the company, we don't audition young people on their skills, we just sort of welcome them regardless of what their skills are.
This is our community. People don't like where we're living.
Liverpool is a lot like most inner cities in the UK. It has problems to do with employment, crime, racism and sort of racist attacks.
One of the things we're trying to achieve with this project is to bring together young people from different inner city areas in Liverpool, because they're sort of areas with a lot of tension, a lot of rivalry as you get in a lot of inner city areas. So as soon as we started the project, we were collecting monitoring information from everyone, particularly with postcodes, just because part of our evaluation was actually monitoring where have all these young people come from.
People who try to teach steps and stuff, give them respect, yeah? Rather than just go straight in and create a show, we just thought we'd get to know the group and just see where the skills lie and what they want to learn more of. And we've sort of been developing different art forms as well as creating different narratives over the past 6 weeks, finding out who the young people are and what they're passionate about, what they're angry about, what they like.
There's a guy who's involved in Urbeats called Kof, who's a rapper, and they were keen to use Kof's music as part of our project and to sort of see what happened to that theatrically. There were some certain story ideas and character ideas that were sort of coming up through that.
Well, I'll say revenge is the plan or something.
A certain amount of the project, we've already decided what's going to happen. It's going to be a hip-hop musical with masks and puppets. You know, we've sort of, that's already been decided, and, you know, we've obviously been talking to artists with that area of interest, but there's still a certain amount of leading the project in certain directions based on what people have said to us.
Listen, Maxie, I hear what you're saying. All I can think about is my bro laying in a hospital bed, approaching death, not knowing if the next one is his last breath.
The themes that came up through discussions were themes and issues about making where we live a better place, and a lot of our young people were very passionate about that. Also about bullying, peer pressure, and I think quite universal themes really about the pressures that young people face.
So we sort of amassed all of this stuff, and then Keith and I went away and did some work on going, okay, from this, what story could we make? So we then went back to them with a draft structure for a story. And they come back to us with new stuff and say we changed that slightly because what they've offered contributes to it and enhances it. And so the collaboration sort of works by toing and froing.
I know it, yeah, I know it. You know it?
Because you have to, it's the dance end.
We've got our youth theatre coordinator who's actually sitting in every session, and she's making notes about the art, and she's making notes on a pastoral level as well.
Within the sessions, I'm observing the young people as they engage in a creative process, and you start to see kind of emerging talents and people kind of getting more involved and developing a real passion for the work that they're engaging in.
You're always evaluating it. You're always saying, how did that go? How did the young people feel about it? How are we going to change it to take it to the next point in the devising process. So within the creative process, that ongoing evaluation of the material needs to happen.
Everyone gets a say, every participant is involved in that evaluation. It's not just a sort of ad hoc thing, but it's actually, we make sure that everyone has that opportunity to feed back to us, and we make sure that it's fed back in, and we make sure that the participants are aware as well that their comments are being taken on board and we're using that information.
I want to learn how to dance properly, but like in this style, because this is like what I'm into, like hip hop, breakdancing, isn't it? Like,
like GCSE, and I want to get a good grade in acting and that, performing arts. So come down here, you know, pick up a few stuff, go to school and do better.
Yeah, because there's people in this group from all different areas around Liverpool, so everyone's just getting together and trying to get along and yeah, just communicating.
Because we enjoy doing acting, like, because it was a variation of stuff like acting, singing and dancing, and it was something to do outside of school.
I wanted to meet, you know, people from different areas and get to see some more girls, innit? You know what I mean?
Some of the people in there are from like Anfield and stuff, and usually you wouldn't speak to them because you think, oh, Anfield racist or Boston racist or whatever. But then once you get to know them, they're nice people, it changes your views about stuff.
Just really enjoy like singing, acting, dancing, so it's like a good opportunity to join in.
Do dances with different races and that, if you know what I mean, feel their feelings, like, and that, their music and stuff.
Yeah, it's back to the road where they get sold, back to the road where the man stroll, back to the road is where you wanna go to get those who killed my bro. I'm going back to the roads to look for the kids that shift your bro. I know where they roll, J. Come, let's go. Revenge is the plan, and if I can't kill them, gotta play that can.
Some people who do violence and stuff can find other ways, like interact instead of like going out and smashing balls and all that stuff. Like come here, like just have fun in it.
Just gives like young people opportunities to do more, like with, like what they love doing. So
yeah, for people who enjoy the things that are going on in the course, it just gives them a chance to do what they want to do. And for new people, for other people to start, they just come to the course and then develop the skills from that.
Where we're living, vandalism on the streets, gun crime at its peak. This is our community. Yeah, people don't like where we're living.
We want to continue to do shows and also skills development projects. We want to have a sort of local reputation for being a high quality youth theatre that's accessible to young people from different backgrounds.
Where I was living got really tough. Didn't want to see my kids in cuffs. And that was where I was living. But did you know that her next door?
When we develop new art forms with our young people in terms of theatre, that feeds into our professional theatre making, so we're training these young people up to be theatre practitioners as well.
Just wait till school begins. This is where we're living. There's a chance it might get better. Mary just got her eviction letter, and the bills are gonna